Another important point is our critique of capitalism must be leftist. The left has no monopoly on critiques of capitalism, and given its present historical weaknesses, there is a great danger at the rise of reactionary forms of anti-capitalism. That's from Blair Taylor, who we'll talk a little bit about later too. But we must develop an eco-socialist analysis and response to capitalism. If there's no, and I think this last sentence is really important to think about in the United States right now. If there is no leftist vision to counter it, reactionary politics will look to blame others, right? So when I think about some of the organizing calls we've done and things like that, people say, I live in a really red rural area. How do I organize? Those places have been abandoned by everyone but the right wing, right? Even the Democrats, who are a right center right party, they don't play there, right? The entirety of rural America has been abandoned to reactionary politics. And as such, it should not be surprising that reactionary politics have taken hold, right? So if we want a leftist future, we have to have a leftist analysis. And when we think about something like climate change, this is incredibly important because, again, we're accelerating off a cliff. We're headed off that cliff. And we have options, right? We can take an eco-socialist path. We can pull things back. We can create a world and a society that is made for all of us and not just the few. But the other side of this is eco-fascism, right? The climate crisis is not alone, not the sole domain of the left, and especially given the weakness of the left, the solutions certainly aren't. And so we've really got, we really have to push, because if in the absence of a left voice, in the absence of a left power, the right will take control and the right will be in control. And we will end up, in the case of the climate, with climate change being used to justify a further growth and expansion of fascism.